Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our review of Survivor 41, Episode 2. Now, before we get in, what if Xander still has an idol? What if he has an idol? What if he has an idol in this video? What are we gonna do then? What if he has the idol and he's gonna play it 3 times? How are we gonna handle that?
Listen, I'm not gonna give Tiffany too much crap for that. It is a game where you do get paranoid. You don't know who's telling you the truth. It's just like a couple days in, you gotta cut her some slack. And I'm glad that her team did.
This season is so messy. Like, we're only 2 episodes in, and it feels like no one can keep a secret. Everyone is also going to tell everybody said secret. I really don't have any sense of like who's playing a good game or not at this point, mostly because no one can keep their mouth shut.
No, they can't. I mean, Evie's in a really good spot right now. I'm not gonna lie. They've made some really good choices on this episode.
They have really given us an opportunity to know a lot of these people. I think we're gonna have some genuine debates. It's like I really like this season. It's got some good things. It's got some things, but we will get into all of it, of course, in this video. Before we do, though, take a look at that subscribe button. It is beckoning you, and I hear that if 3 of you all push the subscribe button at once, you become. No, I just hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Survivor coverage all season.
Also, head over to our Instagram, Matt and Jess TV. We're going to be covering Cobra Kai when it comes up on December 31st. Is that your Cobra Kai?
That's an attempt at it. It kind of became Blue Steel a little bit at the end. So,
We decided to dress up our dog as someone from Cobra Kai, and we
yeah.
have a picture going on over there. So, Matt and Jess TV, head over there, follow us for all kinds of fun stuff. Okay.
All right.
So, listen, last week we didn't talk about Jeff and him deciding that he's not going to say guys anymore because it was just kind of like, Jeff, you do what you want. I personally just don't care what you wish to do. If you decide that you don't want to say it anymore, that's fine. Do what you need. However, I feel like somebody's going to be getting a firing tonight, and that would be maybe the editor, because he ended up saying it again anyways. He didn't say, "Come on, get in, guys." But as he was talking after saying hello, he was like, "So, guys, what do you think how do you think it's going? How do you think it's going, guys?" I was just like, what happened, Jeff? Like, you made such a big deal out of it. It's like it lasted an episode. Someone couldn't edit this out.
Listen, Probst only said he would stop saying guys after the words come in. Next week, he's going to be like, "So, guys, how's it going, guys? Let's talk a little bit more, guys, about the state." It's just.
It was such a big deal that ended up into this, where it just didn't matter.
Even the Survivor editing is messy this season. And speaking of messy, let's just get into the messy exit of our boy here,
Johnny Galecki, also Voce. Does he not look like Johnny Galecki? He really does. I was saying in the premiere that he is sort of the archetype of this show that usually goes really far or wins. Here we are, episode 2. Bye, Johnny Galecki.
Listen, this version of the Big Bang Theory got canceled a little bit early on, and it's the sad thing about Boche is like I don't think he did like anything that was that terrible. I think he just sort of fell victim to Xander's threat level, plus Tiffany being so unbelievably paranoid that there could be an idol hypothetically that Xander could hypothetically have in play, that he just became sort of the easy target.
Yeah, and I mean, I understand, like I said at the beginning of this video, where Tiffany was coming from and why she would be worried about Xander and this idol, and is he lying about how it works? And I mean, Evie's gonna only know so much. Maybe, they'll know everything, maybe they won't know everything, but Tiffany for sure doesn't know everything. And she's right. If Xander had an idol that worked differently, Tiffany would have screwed herself and gone home.
Also, you guys do kind of need Xander at this point in challenges. I'm not saying that Voce was terrible or whatever, but I will say this right here. I would have gotten rid of Tiffany in this situation. And it's not because, I dislike her or anything else. It's just, it was even mentioned on the show This is a quote unquote new era of Survivor. We don't know when a tribe swap is going to come. We don't know what any of that is going to look like. And Tiffany was just so. It's one thing to be bad in a challenge, but it's another thing to be like this obviously bad in a challenge. And I'm not saying I would do better, Tiffany. I wouldn't have even made it out to the halfway point of that balance beam. But guess what? I would expect them to vote me out after that challenge.
The thing is that I think obviously for challenges, it's important you need to win. However, there is something to be said for loyalty. And in a game like this, having loyalty and having the votes to be able to swing things the way you need them to is equally as important.
It's true. That's what makes this such an interesting sort of vote off, because I'm sure there will be people in the comments after this video being like, oh, they made the right move keeping Tiffany, or they made the wrong move keeping, but in the way, it doesn't matter because they're the people playing. They clearly thought this was a right move. I think we can see both sides. I just would have kept her because, I would have gotten rid of her just because I would be worried about what's coming up, but also...
Oh, I would have also gotten rid of her. Just for everyone in the comments, it's like, you're wrong, Jessica. I would have gotten rid of her too. I'm just saying, I understand that loyalty in this game is also extremely valuable because everyone will stab everybody in the back. And to have somebody's loyalty is very valuable in this game.
And if there is a tribe swap like next week or the week after, or the Yasa tribe's gonna win the next immunity or whatever, it may end up being the right move that they keep Tiffany, because Tiffany now, I'm sure, is gonna be super grateful. Yep. She's probably gonna want to do whatever the other women on this tribe say for sure now.
Yep.
The one thing I would be worried about is, based on her paranoia, it feels like, Tiffany, no offense, Tiffany, if you're watching, but it seems like you're going to need a lot of sort of reassurance throughout the game, and I could see that being a little bit tiring after a little while.
Yeah, this edit did make it feel like, yes, that would end up getting really tiring. My hope for Tiffany and for her alliance is, now that they've proven their loyalty to her and that they voted the way that she suggested and Voce is gone, that maybe she'll actually start to relax a little bit, because now they've all proven that the three of them are together and Xander is on an island by himself.
Oh, hold on here. I'm Xander. I've come into this video to talk for a little bit. Oh, let me just do my hair here. I believe I'm a strong member of the tribe. I need to tell you guys now about butterflies. Did you know that they're just dead relatives saying hi? I'm working on the Xander impression, guys. There was a sad state of affairs during this episode where I was just sitting here talking as Xander while he was talking, trying to get the voice right. It is a work in progress.
It's going all right so far. It's all right.
He sounds like a surfer and a scientist had a baby. And that's what makes this a very weird combination.
Okay, so we have to talk about Brad, because Brad's whole idea made a lot of sense as it was sort of happening, but letting other people know what you're doing, there was the mistake. I was like, oh, this is a great idea. Reminded me a little bit of Tony, but a little more scattered in finding his hiding spot and letting too many people know. But I was like, yeah, this is a good idea. Go hide near the water well and hear what you can hear. And he didn't really hear anything that was that great, but that doesn't matter. If he had been able to kind of keep that to himself, he would have been in a good spot. What I'm more surprised about at this point is that people will freely talk at the water well anymore. Like, why?
Yeah, this is a post-Tony Survivor. It's
yes.
You people watched Winners at War.
Yes.
I love that you brought all this up, because this sequence, I still love the tribe name. Everything about this was gold. Like, Tony at least had, the wherewithal, and Tony goes a million miles a second. He still realized, I should build something. I should conceal something. Brad fell over in some grass. That is Brad's spy shack.
It still worked. I mean, he was in there and he was hiding. His biggest problem is that everybody at camp knew what he was doing. He wasn't really keeping this that much of a secret.
This is sort of like, let's say that we have somebody coming over here and we're going to surprise them. And I tell you, oh, I'm going to go and I'm going to go hide in this closet to surprise this person.
Mhm.
And then the person comes in and then you're like, oh, by the way, Matt's in the closet waiting to surprise you. It is like the whole
I
point.
shouldn't do that.
Oh, you can do that. I just don't know how effective it will be. It is like the whole purpose of hiding and spying is that you're hidden. You can't tell the majority of your tribe that you're doing this and thinking they're all with you, Brad.
Yeah, get the information and then decide what you're going to do with that information. Like, information is valuable in this game, like loyalty is.
Also, Brad, do you not remember last week one of the very people who you were having this conversation with is also one of the people you said to their face you were considering voting out?
No, oh my goodness. Oh, Brad.
Brad, this is your one hope. Your tribe seems to be fairly solid. Maybe you won't go to tribal council anytime soon because, dude, I don't know what it is you're doing in this game.
Okay, we have to talk about this three-way idol situation that is going on here. So it seems that each tribe is going to have the opportunity to find this idol, but it only works if they all go to like the immunity challenge and they all say some crazy phrase like "but the butterflies" or broccoli grows at an incredible rate or whatever it is. That is going to be very obviously strange and everyone's going to know something's going on, which kind of sucks with it. I really wish that they had given them phrases that would hide this a little bit better, because is it an advantage if you're out there talking about butterflies and broccoli and people are going to be like, okay, something's going on. The eagle has landed. Here we go. But until all three say their secret phrase, whoever has this advantage cannot vote.
I told producers last week that they needed to take Probst's car keys away because he's had too much, and nobody took his keys because he's still... Listen, I will admit, there is a part of me that finds this just to be so stupid it's hilarious with the, oh, we have to go and say the secret message. But, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here, but it sounds like Xander has to say, like, this... Does he have to say the same stupid thing again next week? Or is it like because he's already said it that like the next person can say their part and it's okay? Because if he had to go there and say this idiotic phrase about butterflies 3 times in a row, like I'm sure that's not how it works. It's just that's where my mind went after reading this.
Yeah, that's what I wasn't sure about that either. That if it was like he has to say it every week or he just has to say it the one time and then they'll get like a little note that's like, oh, it's activated sort of thing. Because if he has to say it every time, if I was Xander, I probably actually would have waited another week because I don't want to say this nonsense every time that I go, because eventually people are going to be like, man, you really love butterflies or something is happening here.
This beware advantage, beware, like this thing is diabolical because then it's also the, okay, now you can't vote. And once again, there didn't sound like there was a limit to how much they couldn't vote. So, like, what if there's a situation where this tribe only has, like, 2 people left or whatever? Xander can't vote. Xander just goes to tribal and then just walks straight out.
Yeah, because that's the thing, right? The way that I understood it is he cannot vote until this immunity idol is activated.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be weeks. Like, who knows when people are going to be able to find the rest of these?
It's true, and yeah, we live in a Survivor era where people do go and look for them often, but that doesn't mean that they're actually going to be good at, like, finding them. Like, you if I was out there on Survivor, do you think that I would be able to
I believe in you.
Listen, the other day, you pointed out to me that there was a giant piece of Tupperware I didn't take out of the dishwasher, because if I can't find the Tupperware in the dishwasher, I cannot find an immunity idol on the beach, and I don't even know what it looks like. I know what the Tupperware looks like. I'm just saying, I would be bad.
Well, I still believe in you.
Thank you. All right. Well, when Blind Survivor comes out, let me know. I think I might have a better chance at that. But it's a funny idea. I think there are certain things that Probst, I don't know, take it to your Malibu beach house and practice it with your friends, and maybe you could have realized that there are some things that needed to be workshopped more here.
Listen, I know that it's a shorter day, season, but
Yeah.
and they want it to be fast paced, but there is too much going on. There are too many advantages, idols, risk your vote, protect your vote. There is so many like just risks and rewards going on that it's kind of taking up a bit too much of the actual strategy and gameplay it's going on back at camp.
Yeah, it's taking up time that we could even be using getting to know some of the other people. Like, we got to know a little bit more about Nasir in this episode and,
Yeah.
his background and how he's so, well, he just has the history that makes him so good at this certain parts of the survival aspect of the game. And, like, that was really nice. It's nice to get to know these people as opposed to having to watch people read rules for like 2 or 3 minutes in an episode.
It was good to see Nasir turn that around because, man, after that premiere, I thought he was in huge trouble. But they're very thankful of how well he's able to keep up the camp and find food, and he's very helpful, and they've gotten to know him and they like him, so he's safe for now.
I have no idea like who's in danger on the Lubu
No.
tribe. Like, I don't think this tribe's actually going to tribal council. They're just like stacked, and I think this is the other thing that Probst maybe needed to workshop. This whole thing where if you lose the tribe, you lose the challenge, you lose your flint. It's like, okay, well, Lubu, they haven't lost their flint. They're clearly going to be so much stronger. They're just getting like even more of an advantage over everyone else every single week.
Okay, let's talk about the trip that Evie and Deshaun took over to Boat Island here, where they ended up having the same choice that everybody knows about now. I kind of, as they were walking up the hill, and they're kind of like, okay, this is what it was last time, so this is what it's going to be this time. Evie made a really good choice in saying, listen, I'm going to prove to you that once, we merge and maybe we'll be able to be allies and building that relationship to be like, listen, I'm going to protect my vote so you can risk your vote. And then followed up on that. I thought it was really brilliant, but I was waiting for them to get up there for her, to say that and then to get to it and it's changed.
That would have been hilarious. Why did you?
I was waiting for that. I was like, oh, please let it change.
Why? Well, you guys need to start listening to us. We can help you. No, I love that idea. I also love calling it Boat Island, which I'm now going to do the rest of the season. I wonder this. If everybody, well, I guess actually with the way that the rules were sort of written up for this, there would have been no way for everybody to get the extra vote last week. So I was about to say, would they have just retired this? But I don't know if I need to go to Boat Island again now. I think we've had 2 weeks in a row of it. I think we don't need any more extra votes in the game.
No, and everybody knows how it works now. Evie's been able to use that to her advantage. And they also decided to tell Deshaun what's going on with this idol, and that the idol is this sort of three-way idol and how it works. Like, they shared a lot of information.
I he's playing a really good, interesting game. I don't know if it's going to end up being like too hard, too fast, but there's a lot going into these decisions that are being made, and nobody seems to really hold a lot of distrust here so far. And I think this is a golden opportunity to sort of build those cross-tribal bonds. Deshaun seems like the sort of person who would really sort of appreciate this. He seems like a smart guy. He's going to store it kind of in the memory bank there.
That is the one thing that I do like about Boat Island is that it is giving opportunities for cross-tribe pollination, that they are able to start making some of these connections and alliances and handshakes going forward, so that it isn't just a situation that when they merge, it's like, well, I'm still loyal to my tribe. It's kind of like Deshaun might say, okay, yeah, I'm loyal to my tribe, but Evie really had my back in this, and maybe my tribe didn't as much, that it would actually start to move some of those pieces.
Probst, I'm not done with you. Okay, I did a couple more Probst-related things here I gotta get to. Number one, Probst before Tribal Council. Here's my impression of that. All right, guys, so Matt and Jess, we're about to start telling you. Oh no, I wasn't even on purpose. No, him being like, everybody's about to come in, and we'll see if they choose loyalty or if they choose It's like, I like to pretend that you're finding information out at Tribal Probst. I know that you're not. I know people are feeding it to you in advance, but I don't need you to sort of announce how smart you are and how aware you are before everyone comes into Tribal. I'm good.
I do not like Jeff breaking the fourth wall. And I know that he said that he was going to be doing that a lot this season. I don't like it in general, but when I'm watching Survivor, I want to feel like I am part of it. Like I'm sitting, with the tribe, figuring out what's going on, seeing the secret conversations. I do not need Jeff to turn to me at a camera, me at the audience, and start talking to me, because all of a sudden I'm like, oh, okay. So this is no longer I'm on the island. I'm like having a talk with Jeff, who sounds like he needs some sleep or something. His voice was like giving out on him by the end.
Listen, Probst has had a bad day, because every time one of the challenges lose, they also take away his flinch. I think we can do away with that. Also, I guess let us know in the comments if you're playing this game within a game, or if you guys are following it, because so far, this is how much I have cared about the game within a game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care about the game within a game either, but I like the idea of it. Yeah. I like that there's a way for younger survivors to sort of play along and start to get really involved. And, it's a cool way to bring a new generation into the show.
Yeah, I understand I'm not the target audience.
I'm a 46-year-old lady. I am not playing this game.
Now, if they were to say next week, whoever wins the game within a game gets like a trunk full of like Mountain Dew Voodoo or a PS5 or something, I will start writing down all the notes. I will DVR everything. I will go full, I don't know, that Charlie Day gift from It's Always Sunny where he's like screaming in front of the corkboard. That will be me.
I will be playing your PlayStation, but you can have all the Mountain Dew.
Well, okay, I guess I still win something, so that's all right. But okay, we'll tie this up. What did you guys think about Survivor 41 Episode 2? What do you like this season? What do you guys think needs some work? Are we going back to Boat Island? Let us know.
Goodbye, Johnny Galecki. Boche. Bye.
Subscribe for more updates, guys. We'll see you here next time.